It's showtime, baby. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe because you never know when I'm coming on. HHQ TV 2, download the free app now on Amazon Fire TV.
I be stacking up chips like Lego. Badass bitch, bag matching my stilettos. In it full of paper, same color as a gecko. I'm laying on the boat across the water where the deck low. Rolling up some petrol. I ain't got no service. Still I got my metro. Don't need no disturbance. Drowning me, I let go. I'm floating to the surface. These niggas set you up slow and take you down on purpose. Facts.
That's right. DNM Music Video Showcase. Check it out Monday through Friday. Always on HHQ TV 2. 91.3 The Plug. If you want to get on the website, hit me up. I got a deal for you. You are now tuned into the Music Shop with Miss Music on 91.3 The Plug and HHQ TV 2. That's right, baby. Ow! Let's get it. Ooh, add to the stream, add to the stream. What's up, everybody? This is the official Miss Music. You are live with the Music Shop with Miss Music. If you are shopping for new music or new artists, then check out the Music Shop for it. It is always a music affair with Miss Music, but tonight, oh Lordy mercy. Whew. It has been a struggle, but tonight we have on PHC6. What's up, sugar? How you doing? Welcome to the Music Shop.
What a worship boy, physics, and I'm glad to be here. Like you
Oh,
said,
you
it's
say
been
physics. My bad.
yeah.
Okay. All this
Well,
time.
but people call me PG6 as well, so it all
Okay.
works.
Okay. So you say physics. I want to get this
Yeah.
right so like people know. Okay. So now I've got it right. Well, we've been internet friends for a long time, so I've kind of grown a little bit of custom, but I'm glad, everybody knows Miss Music is not good with names over here. I'm surprised to get my own
I know
damn
the
name right.
feeling.
Yeah, I'm surprised to get my own damn name right. You could tell me your name, I forget it 2 seconds after you done said it. But anyways, I won't forget physics. Now I know what it is. Yo, welcome to the Music Shop. I'm so glad I could get you on here. You've been a loyal follower for so long. You've been very supportive to me,
Always.
mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I'm just glad I could get you on. That way everybody can see how talented you are. Not just that you're a good person and you're good to me, but like, yes, just how talented and just what you bring to the game is its own league of itself. You're in your own lane, and I love it. And I love people who are like ostentatious like me and they stick out because they do their own thing and it's just different, but it fits for them. And you're
Yeah.
one of those type of people that it fits for you. So I'm just happy we definitely gonna get into some music tonight. Well, since I know what you're pumping over here and they don't know, and if they do, loyal fans following, salute to you for being here. Anybody that shows up and giving us your time here on the Music Shop. Go ahead and tell them what type of music you're bringing to the Music Shop tonight. I would appreciate that.
All
And where are you representing?
right. Represent the DMV area, that is DC, Maryland, VA. For those that don't know, I say my music's very eclectic. Like it's really, the soundtrack to my life when it comes to what I grew up listening to, which was everything from Spice One, Ice Cube to Big Daddy Kane, all the way to Luke and Juvenile and the bounce music of New Orleans. Because early in my life, I was in Mississippi with my family. So a lot of the tapes that I would get were either from the West Coast, down South, and a little bit of East Coast. So a lot of that goes into, the music that I make. And my music is uplifting. My music can get very serious at times. But all in all, I always look at it as, you know, a cinematic look at the life of a black man trying to make it in America. And that's basically everything I'm doing. So you have the good times, you have the bad times, you have the times of the unknown and trying to figure out where you need to be in your own lane. And you just go from there. And I've been doing this for a while, started in the blog era and, open up for Wale, open up for Big Crit. done ciphers for Kendrick, and now I'm here. Now I'm trying to finish this album that I'm working on called Good Day, Greater Tomorrow. That is, one of my most personal albums. It's a storytelling album that goes throughout the whole, um, uh, throughout every song. There's a story being told until we get to the end, and I just want to give people a piece of my soul.
Oh, I love that. And that's the greatest thing like you could do with music is it's like a canvas, and you create the art. So I like the fact that you can use words to make it colorful and bright, or you can make it dull and dim. You know what I mean? You can create storms just with words. So I think that's really like awesome how people have the ability to take music and almost like painting a damn piece of art, like the Mona Lisa, or something like that. So I think that's pretty cool, and you definitely do that with your music. So go ahead and like tell us a story. Like, how did you get into doing music? Like, what was it that got you to initially set out there and do music, or where you felt like, damn, this is what I want to do. This is my calling.
I mean, it felt like it was always in my soul. I remember like being in fifth grade and just like Bone Thugs and Harmony was my favorite group during that time period. And
Yes.
I would just remember like I would practice flows. Like I would just be going, "Dum da 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 da, dum da da da, dum da da," not saying words, but I was being able to practice my flows. And as time went on, of course, you get into writing, and I got into poetry, and I got into just like writing stories. And then
Mhm.
there was this thing that was going on called online called key styling, which was just rappers battling each other
Mhm.
online, and just all you had to go off was the words. And just so happens a lot of like the early New York battle rap scene, like Tone Deaf, Pumpkinhead,
Mhm.
Rest in Peace, a lot of those cats were on copyright. A lot of those cats were online and doing it as well.
Mhm.
So, Cage would come on everything. And if people know who Cage is, he had an infamous battle with Eminem at one
Mhm.
point. Um,
Mhm.
and we were all online. And so I got to test myself online before I started doing it in public. So by the
Mhm.
time we started doing battles in Northern Virginia, I was already ahead of everybody. And I kind of
Oh
started
wow.
started to make a name for myself. And I just started going, all right, I know how to battle rap.
Mhm.
Can I make a story song? Can I make a storytelling song? Can I make a song for the clubs? Can I make a song for the ladies? And I just started perfecting my craft each as I went, and start doing not tournaments but contests for the radio station, local radio stations here, 93.9 and 95.5. Ended up winning those and started getting my first time in the studio, and I
Mhm.
just been going ever since. And
Mhm.
dropped mixtapes, dropped albums. My last album, The Moment, is still my biggest album that I've done, and
Oh.
it's allowed me to perform in Toronto at North by Northeast, in Texas, Atlanta, New Orleans,
Oh
New
wow.
York, of course my area, the DMV. And it's allowed me to grow, travel, and become the man that I am today.
Oh. Well, I think they built you well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And although I'm not in my normal spot, I got roses now, so I'm gonna have to. Unfortunately, I don't have them with me, so I'm gonna have to give you your imaginary roses. So if you
Appreciate
take
that.
those right there, that is for you. Salute to you, King. You're doing a great job. But we gotta let these people like know what you're working with, and they haven't heard the music, so we definitely gonna give them this song right here, and this song that you got tonight that we're gonna play on the music shop. We go ahead and say the title of the song and then give them like a rundown on how you came up with it.
All right, the song is called Black Women. It's off the album that I mentioned, The Moment, which is also on vinyl. So if you want to hear it on vinyl, CD, and it's all on digital streaming platforms, you can. The song came from I wanted something uplifting for Black women, but also in the clubs. So I wanted to like try to turn certain things upside down. So there's a
Mhm.
Luke sample in there. And of course, a lot of times, a lot of people don't see Luke as, somebody that is for women. So I wanted to turn everything on its head. And my idea was like, what would it be like in a club if the women were running the club and they were the ones standing on the couches, popping the bottles, and everybody had to follow what they were doing? So what
Mm.
would they want to hear while they were in the club? And this is what I came up with. In the video, it's just some of the women that are in my life, some people that wanted to come through and show love, and we
Hmm.
created this.
Well, I like it. Definitely. I know the crowd's gonna like it. Yo, turn your speakers up because we about to jam right now. 91.3 The Plug. Physics. HHQ TV2. Let's get it. Black women. Here it goes. Oh, I love it. I just. Mm, mm, mm.
We are the best kept secret.
How the hell do you not love black women? I'm talking black women, the queens of Mother Earth. How the hell do you not love black women? I'm talking black women. I'm talking black women. Some race back in the skin cause our was around them. I'm talking about black women. How the hell do you not love black women? I'm talking black women, the queens of Mother Earth. How the hell do you not love black women? I'm talking black women. I'm talking black women. Some race back in the skin cause our was around them. I'm talking about black women. Black women, no independent. I'm gonna get it. My ancestors did suffer for 100 years for me not to go in with it. From HBCs to Ivy Leagues, no, but most people are out of your league. The backbone of the family, working even with nefertiti. Cause the war going on outside, and that black skin is their fatigues. Royalty is defined by them. Go ahead and speak on it, queen. Just cause you dress that way doesn't make you a slut. You'll be fine even without us, and we damn right can't even judge the life that you live. When you gave all that you could get, if we had half that strength, there probably wouldn't be so many weak men. Talk about what you need to be doing. Fuck them, do what you want, cheat the world in the way you wanna see it. Remember you a queen, so if there's any goal you want, you can easily achieve it. Do your thing, queen, do it. Do your thing, queen, do your thing. Make sure what you leave behind is something that forever have your name ring in eternity. From a key to the slave ship to right now to the cosmics. Go on, queen, don't stop, get in, get in. How the hell do you not love black women? I'm talking black women, the queens of Mother Earth. How the hell do you not love black women? Yes, I'm talking black women. I'm talking black women. Some race back in the skin cause our was around them. I'm talking about black women. My mama, my grandma, my honor, beautiful black women. My cousins, my best friend are all beautiful black women. My Angela Davis, black women. My nigga Giovanni, black women. Mama Michelle Obama, black women. Mama Maya Angelou, black women. My Sada Shakur, black women. My Josephine Baker, black women. My Ruby D, black women. My Oprah Winfrey, black women. My Bell Hooks, black women. My Rosa Parks, black women. My Mara Hemmings, black women. My Sojourner Truth, black women. My Harriet Tubman, black women. My Sade, black women. My Dorothy Dandridge, black women. My God, did you know we love black women, huh? Can you tell I love black women, huh? My God, can't you say I love black women? Whether your hair's natural or relaxed, dread it up and head down your back. Nobody gonna hold you back, take a mind your business and whether your hair's natural or relaxed, dread it up and head down your back. Nobody's gonna hold you back, take a mind your business and do your thing, Queen, do it. Do your thing, Queen, do it. Don't stop, don't stop. Do your thing, Queen, do it. Do your thing, Queen, do it. Don't stop, don't stop.
That's right. We gotta fix this with anyone come through the plug, HSQ TV2. No, physics, he's breaking it down. Now, I have to be honest, dude. When that damn beat drop and the hook goes off, bro, I get freaking goosebumps everywhere, down my arms, up my bro. I felt it in my titties. Okay, like
It's a good
yeah,
place
and
to fill them.
I'm saying, bro, it was I don't know, the goosebumps had them standing up. So that tells me that you are reaching even my essence because we have a lineage that goes back to the Congas, so to Congo, so Cameroon. So
Yeah.
I feel like that even went so deep into my bloodline that it pulled up my black woman in me, and I love it because that we need to we need to support, all women of color,
Yeah.
all women individually, period, even, because I think we neglect that. We neglect, I think, everybody, men and women. But it's
Yeah,
nice to be
I
able to
agree.
see artists that are making songs that show love and acceptance and acknowledging just women for being beautiful for who they are, even if they, are of a different color or a different minority, And I think that's beautiful to see you showing love to people who are like you, you know, to people who have different types of, mixtures. Like you said, there's all different types of colors, and you want to show love and support to them. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with showing love to your people, to your tribes, to your ancestors, to your mother, your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I think that is beautiful, and it gives me goosebumps down to my soul. So,
It's all
I think you
about,
did good.
celebrating the people that you
Yes.
care about and just celebrating women in general. They
And women
do
in
so
general, yes.
much. And, we do kind of neglect it. We use, the selfishness of, misogyny and just toxic masculinity into, this is how things are, rather, things could be whatever they are. I don't need to tell a woman how to dress. I don't need to tell a woman how to do things in this world. They got it. They already have it hard enough. I don't need to put more on them. What I can do is take off some of that mountain that is put on them and
Mm.
uplift them and tell them how great they are every chance that I get.
See, women, this is what a real king is. This is a real king that is on my show, where he knows how to not just respect himself, but respect others.
Always.
And I love that. I love the fact that, you want to put light where it should be shown. But let's not ever forget the light got to go both ways, baby, because you beautiful too. And I thank you for acknowledging
Thank you.
women. Yeah, this is a great song. Like I said, I definitely got goosebumps. Parts of me were standing up that shouldn't have been. But um, that is, it's good when the music talks to the soul, or it awakens the body, or it gives it certain, whether it's feelings of flutter, whether it's feelings of goosebumps, where still trying to fight the goosebumps off. But I love that because that's going to stick around long enough. You got your message, your point, your point across. Visuals were on point. I love the beautiful women you had in there. Salute to every single queen that helped you accomplish that visual, because they definitely wrote it home. They definitely
Yeah.
did bring it, because for me to get goosebumps, on tracks like that, I take it as um, that's a real deep connection, and I loved it because you had the hypeness going, like you said. It could have been played anywhere, but it just creates this energy that
It does.
I
And
feel
that, like
down
you
my
said,
spine.
it's the
What
connection.
the
It's
fuck?
the soul connection. That's how music becomes timeless, when it's worth
Yes,
something. Like, it doesn't have to be overcomplicated to be worth something, and it doesn't have to be very stupid to be worth something. Music can be whatever
yes,
it is, but as long as it's genuine, as long as something that actually you mean, and using your actual words and your actual feelings and your emotions through those songs, somebody else is going to feel it. Maybe somebody else might not like it, but you never know who's going to hear that song and then go, I needed to hear that today. And
mhm.
that's, at the end of the day, who I do it for. I do it for those that feel like through me they're being heard, because there are artists that I felt like that when I heard them, and I want to be able to give that to other people.
Well, you're doing it. I salute you definitely on that song 100. I love it.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, it's vibrant. It stays stuck in your head, and there's nothing more beautiful than the women we do have in our life.
Yeah.
Just as well as as um, I would say a blessing or a gift it is to have a king like you that's in our life that we can look up to, who can mentor us in the right way instead of the wrong way. And I feel what you say about Luke. I'm saying Luke back in the days is out there, but this is a good way to shed light. And I think that when we're younger, you know, we're adolescent to an extent. We don't have that knowledge, and we haven't had that time to see what we are really doing, because I think it's so easy to get caught up in what everybody else is doing, and then when you get ahead in time and you look back and you're like, oh, that was freaking stupid, you know?
Yeah, but we all got to learn. And like I said, I grew up
Maturing.
on Luke. So me hearing Luke as a kid, that could have changed my views on how I view women. But, I had great women in my life. So it didn't. I saw it as part of music. I saw his music like, hey, they play this while I'm in the club. I just get to have a great dance with somebody. We get to have a good time. But it
Hmm.
doesn't make me think less of her. So that's why, like, for him, don't stop, get it means dance. But I turned that on his head to like, you're doing your thing. So don't stop, get everything that you're worth. And
Hmm.
I wanted to push it that way. And like you said, to the showing love to the people down in your life. So just like showing love to you for allowing me to be on a platform like this and,
Oh,
always giving me words and kindness and things like that for me to keep pushing. So, you gave me a rose and I give you all the roses back to you as well.
oh, thank you, King. Well, I'll accept them daggone things. I'll put them right in here. I'll pour me some magical water and I'll let them grow because that's what it is. Y'all, the soil too, the plants that grow from here. So I just want to say thank you for being being the roots, in the soil of my tribe that keeps this going. I just want to say like I think it's incredible that you can be able to reach people like that. Like I said, just acknowledging women for what we do. Because I ain't gonna lie, if we doing what we supposed to do, we tired. Like we
Yeah.
got a lot on our shoulders. So, and it sucks because sometimes the men they kind of only see their side or whatever, and I think too that has a lot to do with our upbringings. Though sometimes we can condition them to be like that, and that's where we need to change some of our structures sometimes with raising men and not making it to where they have to stay so quiet about things. They can still interact and they have an opinion, and I think sometimes we're so used to just being a mom that sometimes we overstep our boundaries. We don't mean to, but you know,
I
sometimes,
mean, everything in life is
yeah.
being partners and it's a partnership and it's also community. So,
Mhm.
it shouldn't always be 100% on one side. Like I do this, and this,
Exactly.
and the other person doesn't. Because, like you said, another person might be tired. And if that's the case, that's when the other person has to step up. And that's just how community works. A well functioning community works when everybody is doing everything they're
Yeah,
supposed to be
that
doing.
part. Exactly. Now, as for Luke, yeah, I ain't going front, man. When they was trying to kick him out of, being out there, I was up there fighting for him too.
Hey,
Yeah, go
freedom of
Luke, go
speech.
Luke.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with his music. I love his music.
I
Like,
love Luke. Yeah. It
and like
just
I said, in the club, it's just that there is a part of him that for certain people, they don't vibe with because of
mm,
how women were viewed through it. But
yeah.
that's just how things are. That was the music he made, and
Mhm. That
you
was
got
his
to take
error
it.
too. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was his error too because honestly, I think he fit where he needed to because I don't see where he would have fit in when when he did. He fit in right when he should have because
yeah.
I just don't think that, I mean,
We
I don't know
got
where we're going, but
parental
I don't think it was
advisory
blown up
because of
so
it.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, he did a lot for hip hop. I mean,
Hmm. Yes, he did.
how every from Tipper Gore and how they saw the music and they wanted to ban certain rap lyrics and he stood up for it. Of course, you get banned from
Exactly.
the USA,
Hmm.
which to the point where Bruce Springsteen was like, "Go ahead and sample it because it actually, you're fighting for something." And you can't take that away from him. Like he is
Yes.
a part of a pillar, especially for Southern hip hop.
Oh
And
yeah, especially for
Miami bass
Florida.
means
Oh,
a lot all the way to Atlanta bass
oh, I love
and
Miami
New
beef.
Orleans bounce music. Like they all
Yes.
have a place into what hip hop sounds like, and it's the
Yeah.
stuff that built me. The cold call and response. That's one of the huge factors of being an MC. But I learned about call and response listening to bounce music in Miami bass. So it's like I want to
Hmm.
hear the crowd come back because that's a spiritual feeling. That's something that comes from the church, and that's how you get those connections. Because if I'm just rapping to you, you just watch me. But if you got to participate, that means you have to feel me.
Mm. I love it. I love it. We gotta. You know what? I gotta let them get their links before I even get into the next track. Go ahead and shoot out your links to everybody listening. That way they can follow you on all your social media platforms.
So for every social media platform, where it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it is PHZ_SICKS. Like I said, all my music is on all digital streaming platforms. And if you want to purchase your own vinyl or t-shirts or things like that, go to physics.bandcamp.com. I have a name that if you Google it, I am the first thing and only thing that pops up. So if you want everything that's physics, I'm there.
You heard it. Well, this next song, oh my gosh. The next song you gave me, we're going to get into that. Why don't you go ahead and introduce your next track, which is called Hurts, and tell them a little bit about that.
Hurts is off my upcoming project, Good Day, Greater Tomorrow, and it's a song of triumph. It's a song about, especially from the beginning, the lyrics,
Mm.
climbing up from a dark space and finding that happiness. And it's also another song that, shows love to women that are going through those same things. It's just for anybody that's in a dark spot, knowing that, they're going to make it at the end of the day. And once you get to that point, nothing's going to stop you. And at the end of the day, if you have haters, and they watching you glow up, you want to watch them see, you want it to hurt for them, have them stub their foot on something, because you're going to keep going, and they can keep complaining and watch you succeed the whole time.
And that's just what'll happen. People is got to get rough before it can get better. So let me tell you, even after when you get through that process, like, because it can be a pretty dark process, especially for anybody. So I think, once you get out that hole and y'all start seeing that there's light out there, which there is, and then it'll come through ways in people that y'all come into. So if you're looking for light, look for it through people, because people actually have that light out there where they can awaken it in you. And there's other people that have gone through,
Yeah,
the
sometimes,
darkness. Yeah, the darkness. They just get to the point where they've gotten past it. So I think those are always good people to look up to. If you could find it in different ways. I mean, I don't know how most normal women find it out there, but I found it through other women. I found it into listening to motivational things and stuff like that. Learning
community.
research. Yeah, yeah, from the community is basically. It's funny because I learned the things I needed to learn from strangers that didn't even talk to me, and it came to a point to where I had to shut up and listen, and then I had to listen to people that I could not argue with. I could not talk back to. I could not say, "Hey, I don't like this," but I had to listen. And they say a wise man doesn't speak much, so you learn to be able to just for once not talk and listen. So
Yeah.
I think that's a hard thing, but you got to get to that point. You got to get to that point where you're like, okay, like I'll listen to anything, and if it gets that rough, trust me, you can listen to just anything. But
Yeah. And
you
sometimes,
know,
you gotta walk through shit to get through marble floors. Like,
you ain't lying on that one. All
yeah.
right. That's definitely true. But y'all go ahead and check out this next track. It's called Hurts. It's by Physics. And you got to check out his new project that he got coming out. 91.3 The Plug, HHQ TV2, The Music Shop, Miss Music. Let's get it, baby.
I speak from my mind. I speak from my heart, my passion, my soul. Goddamn, it feels so good to be alive. Like I made it through thoughts of suicide. Dog from the dark side, even I'm surprised. Took so much time planning my own demise. I missed out on where beauty lies, and that's why from now on you'll never see fit in my eyes. Oh, they say I'd never make it. Oh, they hate it cause they see me on these stages, in all up on their girl playlists. Kick me down when we could've related. Overzealous, opinion rich, ran out of work ethic. I'm a heartbreak kid. shoot your J, your features blink, claim. You pray I'll be a goner, now I'll pray on all your footage that you hit your big and pinky toe on every single corner. You never ever sell me short. Since I finally know myself worth, when you look me in my eyes and you swallow your pride in the middle of your soul, bitch, I hope it hurts, bitch, I hope it hurts, 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 hurts. When you look me in my eyes and you swallow your pride in the middle of your soul, bitch, I hope it hurts, bitch, I hope. See, life is filled with too many picket signs, no white fences, and you wonder why we so defensive. See that list is them the endless, trying to win this, coming on the bench 50 points down, wonder why we so offensive. Fuck what you think like in 2013, I'm living my life without consequences. I see baby girl working, twerking, learning, steady building. Why in search of her true self if I don't know it? She's the opponent, her sexuality, she owns it. Black girl magic, she gotta have it. Like a bee hair pulling 9 times, but don't sweat the magic. Stay immaculate like damn. Yes, girl, goddamn. Not defined by your man, for what you stand. She doesn't need a hand. Me, she don't understand that she always had a plan. So be by her side or get water fucked over. Fell her to the person you're becoming, and that fuck shit she fly over. With international trips, yes, ain't going through here. She like bitch. All you gon' find is the guy is, and you can barely handle a bit of this right here. Let me make this clear. My time to me is for your body mid. I'd have a sit down. Let me shoot, say I pass it. Pour champagne on the fuck board, watch your dame that shit. You pray I'll be a goner, now I'll pray on all your furniture that you hit your big and pinky toe on every single corner. You never ever sell me short. Since I finally know myself worth, when you look me in my eyes and you swallow your pride in the middle of your soul, bitch, I hope it hurts, bitch, I hope it hurts, 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 hurts. When you look me in my eyes and you swallow your pride in the middle of your soul, bitch, I hope it hurts, bitch, I hope it.
Ooh,
I speak from
91.3
my
The Plug,
mind.
the music
I
from
speak from
house
my heart,
music.
my passion, my soul.
I love it. Yes, yes. Mm, I'm telling you, you definitely come up with a rhythm to a beat that can just captivate you and keep me just, like the song ends and I still hear it in my head, and I like that. And you you come with such real stuff, like you're not up there just throwing stuff off. You're actually talking about our mental health, and I like the fact that you show how to help it, or how to change it, or to help it grow. I love that, with you, and you're pretty much in touch with feminine and masculinity too, because you got masculinity side that you address, but then you got the femininity too that you also understand. So I think that's pretty nice. I think it's really good because you can be centered and grounded in your thinking, and your mentoring, and helping other people, and I think this is a beautiful thing, because I think a lot of time we try to look towards people to help us, but yet they aren't grounded enough to help us. So when we come upon somebody that's like you and is grounded enough to help us, I think it's great because we can learn things, we can be inspired, we can be motivated. So salute to you, salute to the music that you're putting out, because it's not just music, it's kind of like you said, a teaching, it's giving us some hope, that if you've done it and you've gotten through it and other people have gotten through it, then anybody that's out there having a hard time can get through it too. So I love music that's like that, because it comes a time where we search for that knowledge. And if it's out there, we're going to find it. So, and it's people like you, like I said, that's part of the community that we may be strangers to, but so what? We learn from others regardless. So, and if we aren't learning from others, then we just aren't growing.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
it's
it's everybody's
not
complex.
connected.
We're not all just one thing. And just like with knowledge or anything you want to learn, everything should always remain fluid. You shouldn't be so set in your ways that you're not willing to learn other things, because you can miss out on the beauty of life if you're not trying to move forward.
Hmm. Well, I know that going through hard times does close people off. I know that. Like I know that we can sometimes get closed off, but I think for me, one of the things that helped me get out my ruts was knowing other people did it, being inspired by them, and being constantly reminded that, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. You know what I mean? Just sometimes just that little bit of motivation or reassurance is everything when you're going through stuff like that because people don't understand when you're getting in a rut like that, but you feel like you're being beat down by everybody, everything. So it's like when you feel like you're getting beat down so bad like that, you don't feel like there's an opening or outing. And sometimes it takes somebody like you to remind us, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, calm down. Like it's gonna be all right. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of
And
times some of us just need that. We just need to know it's gonna
yeah.
be all right.
And I also think a lot of times, we don't allow ourselves to actually go through our emotions, and it's okay to go through your emotions.
That's true.
Things are going to take time. You don't need to rush yourself to get to a certain spot. Go through it, actually feel it. Because when you actually go through and you actually feel it, it allows you to then get to that other side. Because if you just push it down, it's like, when you used to watch cartoons and they would put like dirt under the rug, eventually that rug will be so high that you can't hide the dirt anymore. You
Yeah,
eventually
come
gonna
through
have
the
to
rug.
actually, yeah, you're eventually gonna have to actually clean. And
Hmm.
whether it's you going to therapy, going through church, whatever it is that will be your vice to get you to that other side, you got to
Hmm.
use it. But it's okay to go through those emotions. You're not
Yeah,
weak for doing it. You're not a bad person for doing it. We're all human, and we're all eventually going to have to go through those times.
yeah, and we all receive our information in different ways. So what's good for the geese is not always good for the gander, and
Yeah.
it depends on 'cause everybody's path is their journey is different. So we can have similar paths, but we'll never have the same exact path. So I think that's awesome though, and I commend you for like totally like getting out there and putting out stuff that, like I said, it's gonna help other people. The music will stick around even longer because it sends more than just a message, but it sends vibe, it sends reassurance, like I said, motivation, it sends hope.
Yeah.
And the songs that send hope, yeah, they're gonna last longer. So I
Yeah.
love it. So tell them one more time where they can find you at, and also let them know about the your next project that's coming out, the EP that you're working on. That way they can understand where these songs are coming from, just in case they happen to tune in at the last minute. You know how it is. But go ahead and redo that. That way it's fresh in their mind, and they can go check it out themselves.
All right, for all social media from Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, um, Facebook, it is PHZ underscore SICKS, physics.bandcamp.com. If you want to purchase any shirts, vinyl, memorabilia, I got that all over there. Music's on all digital streaming platforms. You can listen to Black Women off my last album, The Moment. You can listen to Hurts as its own single. There's also FIU, which is also off of my next album, Good Day Greater Tomorrow, and it has some loose songs on there like Scorpion Scales if you just want to hear some just hardcore rapping. And I have Daniel Robitaille, which every October, I am a horror movie fan. I drop a horror related type song. And Daniel
Wow.
Robitaille is also the name of Candyman. So that's his real name.
Mhm.
And there's a Candyman interlude and a lot of horror movie references if you're a horror movie fan. The next album, Good Day Greater Tomorrow, I'm going to release that in the winter, but there will be songs coming out. Check my TikTok for little samples, especially for the song called Break It Down, as well as Black and Brown, which shows love to
Mm.
Black folks and also our brown folks to the Latino folks. It's a little song that, me and my homie that's here, Anna Mays. She represents Colombia and Mexico, and we go hard on it and show love to both sides. So look out for Black and Brown to break it down throughout the summer.
No, great. Well, I appreciate it. I love the music. Like I said, y'all gotta make sure you check him out. Physics, he's taking over on the music shop, Miss Music 91.3, the plugin HHQ TV. Download your free app now on Fire, Amazon Fire TV, because we are doing it big over there. And do you have any shout outs? Because I gotta give you the floor to send some shout outs, because I know. You gotta have something underneath your belt for somebody out there. Mama! Shouts out to Mama. Shouts out to the queen. She's looking all beautiful in the video.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout
Oh,
out to mom. You know,
oh.
she always made sure everything was um, good to me. Really, just shout out to everybody that's important in my life. Like, it's too many to name, but I wouldn't be where I am without any of them. And support of my fans. They are the ones that definitely keep me going.
Mhm.
Because at times it gets hard. At times, all of us, when you're in any creative type field, things get hard to the point where you feel like you might want to give up. But, at the end of the day, you got to do what you love. And, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make money. If, because like I said, I've had songs that made me a good amount of money, but also had songs that haven't. But I've had moments where I'm at a random place, random city, and somebody goes, "Hey, are you physics?" And I go, "Yeah." And then they mention a song to me
Mm.
and say how this song made them feel, and I
Oh,
money can't replace
by
that
that,
type of
yeah.
feeling, because that means I actually touched them to the point where they remember who I was, and when they had a moment to actually be around me, they said thank you. And I can't forget moments like that.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget moments like that too, because the fact of them showing that type of gratitude, is beautiful thing, and it's priceless. You can't put a price on the gratitude that people show you for doing what you just love, that comes natural from your heart. So it's great to see that. We got some comments. We got Judge James in the house. Salute Miss Music and Physics. And we got Scoop Life. What's up, y'all? Welcome
Salute,
to the
salute to
music shop
everybody in here.
tonight.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, salute. You got great music. They definitely need to check you out. I'm so glad like you stay connected with me. I love y'all. I love you, King. You know I do, right?
Love you too, Quinn.
I love you, right? I hope y'all know I love you, every single one of y'all. I do appreciate you giving me your time tonight. I'm glad we can get this
Thank you
interview
for the
through.
platform.
Yes, I'm sorry everybody that we couldn't come on yesterday, but definitely we want to keep up with what you got going on. You got any shows coming up before we get off of here? Like you got something coming up where they can see you at and meet and greet or
um
anything? What's going on?
No actual shows. Like I said, I'm planning everything just to finish this album. I want to make sure I get it
Okay.
done, and then after that, I'm going to really be everywhere. As far as anything else, I do movie reviews, and I'm doing a horror
Mm.
movie conference on July 7th and 8th.
Oh, wow.
AccessHorror.com. If you into horror movies, it's free. You go. It's not free, but you can watch everything online. Everything is virtual. You don't actually have to be at the festival to enjoy the festival. I'm
Oh,
doing
wow.
a talk on people of color in films, especially men and women.
Awesome.
So talking about that as far as horror movies go, and that's as far as like what I have. Um, with me out there in person, but I'm trying to put my head down, finish this album because I've been like pushed off doing other things, and it's like it's time for me to you know sit down, finish the album, and after that do as many shows as I can, push it as I can, all the videos I want to do. And because if it's good music, it doesn't have a time limit. You
I
can
don't.
use it
Yeah, no
and
expiration date.
rock it out for the next 2 years, because guess what, just because somebody else heard it me doesn't mean that somebody else didn't. So that next person a year from now can hear it and then push your song to the next level. So just got to keep going and moving forward.
True that, true that. Well, everybody, I want to see y'all get his likes up. Go and hit up Physics. Check out his music. Check out his projects he got going on. Like I said, stay in touch with him. Get his numbers up. Leave some comments. Show him some love. That's how we do it at the music
All
shop.
day.
Yes, we are. Stick together and yeah, just hit the artists up. Tell them how much you like them, and that's all they want. Just a little feedback. But oh my gosh, I hate to have to end the show. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
unfortunately,
Ah,
everything comes to
unfortunately,
an
though.
end.
But we're gonna have you back on coming up, so most definitely know that we will be bringing you back onto the music shop. Yep, the clock is striking. I think it's about that time. But yeah, make sure you follow Physics. He's gonna be out there soon, as soon as he gets done. But as for the music shop, We gonna wrap it up. So I know I got things to do. I know this is you got things to do, right? We gotta go, right? Just tell
Yeah, we gotta
what we
go.
doing on the show. We gotta go. We gotta go, people. Okay. Make sure you check out the next episode of the Music Shop with Miss Music, and we are out. Salute and God bless to everybody watching, coming along, joining the Music Shop. Well, we definitely see you next time on the Music Shop with Miss Music. 91.3 The Plug and HHQ TV 2. And yeah, babies, that's right. We out.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Music on 91.3 The Plug and HHQ TV. Thank you for watching, people. We'll see you next time. You hear?